He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
In a surprising development that's ignited chatter across the boxing world, newly leaked sparring footage shows Terence "Bud" Crawford being knocked down during an intense session with middleweight contender Carlos Adams. To add fuel to the fire, Canelo Alvarez, undisputed super middleweight champion, was shown the clip and reportedly couldn't hold back his laughter. The moment has stirred controversy among fans and fighters, especially given Crawford's reputation as a defensive genius and pound-for-pound elite. Canelo's reaction has only intensified the simmering rivalry between the two champions.
You know what? If you look at his career, don't get me wrong, okay? He's a good fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter.
So Poster wasn't elite?
Who?
Victor Poster.
Who's that guy?
So Ricky Burns wasn't elite?
Ricky Burns, that's an elite.
Okay.
The resurfaced footage, dated July 8, 2025, shows a much younger Crawford sparring with Carlos Adams, who was already around 160 pounds, back when Crawford competed as a lightweight. While sparring sessions often lack full context, the video clearly captures a moment where Crawford is dropped and visibly shaken, raising questions about his durability against naturally larger opponents. Insiders say that when Canelo saw the clip, he burst into laughter, mocking Crawford's perceived vulnerability. But this wasn't just amusement, it was a calculated psychological move. With a resume that includes dominating at 168 pounds and above, Canelo appears confident in his physical advantage, and his reaction hints at a strategy designed to mentally unsettle Crawford ahead of their bout.
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't look different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Gonna see.
Carlos Adams didn't hold back when reflecting on sparring with Crawford. Speaking with Boxing 247 in June 2024, he called the idea of a Crawford vs. Canelo fight absolutely stupid, claiming Crawford skipped necessary steps in adjusting to heavier weight classes. Adams recalled sparring with Crawford at age 19, when he himself had just 2 pro fights. "If we fought now, I'm 30, a fully grown man, it would be a completely different outcome," Adams said, emphasizing the physical gap that's widened since then.
Bueno, aquí es bienvenido. Yo estoy preparado para quien sea, cuando sea y como sea. Yo siempre lo he dicho. Yo a peleadores no me le quito, no le pongo pero. Si él quiere subir a la 160 para enfrentarme, ya tuvimos sparring, él puede subir.
Welcome 1-0. I'm gonna face anybody anytime. I've sparred with Crawford, and if he wants to come up with 160, bring him on. I'd be glad to go up against him.
And lastly, please. This is my last. Sorry. Lastly, this is So, please give me your assessment, please, on Canelo and Crawford, because Crawford wants that fight so badly, and you sparred him. Is Canelo too strong for Crawford? Yeah.
¿Te parece que Canelo es demasiado fuerte para Crawford? ¿Qué te parece eso?
Pienso que sí, ya que subí 3 divisiones bastante libre, demasiada yo diría. Pienso que no es algo que él lo necesita ahora mismo. Crawford en su carrera ha demostrado que es un buen peleador, pero pienso que no tiene que estar corriendo esos grandes riesgos, porque no solamente pone su carrera en riesgo, también pone su vida, porque un golpe de Canelo le puede hacer daño de por vida.
I don't think Crawford needs the Canelo fight right now. I think it's kind of needless for Crawford because his reputation is well cemented, and a punch by Canelo could not only be dangerous for him to lose the fight, but it could be dangerous for his life.
Adams further argued that Crawford's punching power, which is formidable at welterweight, likely won't carry over at super middleweight. He pointed to Canelo's own struggle to hurt Dimitri Bivol at light heavyweight, despite his usual power at 168 pounds. In Adams' view, if Canelo couldn't impose his will at a higher weight, Crawford, a naturally smaller fighter, will face an even greater uphill battle against opponents with true middleweight size and strength.
It's going to be an interesting proposition because he has good power, he's a good counter puncher, and his reputation as a strategic fighter precedes him. But I think that he's going to take more care of not being hit by me than to try to counter punch.
Shakur Stevenson, however, sees things differently. He vividly remembers a sparring session that convinced him of Crawford's power. Stevenson recalled watching Crawford land a single, thunderous punch on a heavyweight sparring partner that left the bigger man stumbling across the ring. "Man, I swear he caught this dude with a boom, had him wobbling all around," Stevenson said. That moment, for him, was proof that Crawford's power transcends weight classes.
This story, I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I was in the gym. I wanted to say I was getting ready for Chris Diaz or something, and he was sparring like a heavyweight fighter. I'm looking, I'm type nervous for him. I'm like, why is he in the ring with this big old dude? And man, I swear he done caught this dude on the shape. Oh, dude, wobbling all around the ring. I'm like, what the? How is this dude this strong? But it's like, honestly, Bud is very strong. A lot of people don't realize how strong he is as a fighter, and his punching power can carry through weight classes.
On June 22 in New York, tensions reached a boiling point during a press event when Crawford shoved Canelo during their face-off. Canelo quickly returned the favor with a firm push of his own, turning a routine stare-down into a full-blown standoff. Security and UFC President Dana White had to step in to separate them. The incident didn't feel staged, both men looked genuinely fired up. Crawford smiled as he was pushed, while Canelo appeared visibly agitated, leaning in and pointing before being pulled away. The moment added serious heat to their September 13th Las Vegas showdown.
Canelo, what did you think about the shove and that moment that happened on stage?
I'm turning on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
Love it.
I'm gonna train so hard.
After the press conference clash, Crawford responded with sarcasm. "If he pushes me again, I might cry," he joked, downplaying the intensity with a smirk. His mockery of Canelo's aggression shows that Bud is staying cool, composed, and mentally sharp as he prepares for the biggest fight of his career.
But what if Canelo shoved you again in this press conference?
You cry like a baby.
All right, thank you.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Right now, I think Crawford is a little better than Mayweather, but Canelo have more experience right now.
Canelo Alvarez remains a dominant force in the super middleweight division, boasting an impressive professional record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 39 of those victories coming by knockout. His legacy includes world titles in 4 weight classes: junior middleweight, middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight. In 2021, Alvarez made history by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion after defeating Caleb Plant.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, the power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too, so I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped. We'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes with boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Standing 5 feet 8 inches and now 34 years old, Alvarez continues to combine power, agility, and experience, making him one of the sport's most formidable competitors. His recent unanimous decision victory over William Skull in May 2025 reaffirmed his elite status. Despite the emergence of younger talent, Canelo's technical skill and ring intelligence consistently set him apart from the pack.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Canelo has confidently described a potential fight with Terence Crawford as easy money, stating he'd only entertain the bout for a massive payday, reportedly around $150 million. His comment highlights not just confidence, but the enormous commercial appeal of the matchup. With legacy and pride on the line, and the eyes of the boxing world watching, the financial magnitude only adds to the blockbuster nature of this crossover fight.
Would you put a rehydration?
I don't like to talk about other fights.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that you understand.
I understand that. Same happened.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened.
And it happened.
And same happened with the video.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with throw, with photo.
That's why I believe the fight that happened. Would you ever go for 175? Just 160, I feel like fought everybody. If they're taking belts away from you, 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morel, you got pretty messy people.
If I go 175,
that would be the first hunt. Then you can look around and see what's out there.
And then
would you make a Crawford performance against Matt?
I think he knows why he make a good fight. For me, I think because the fight of draw would be another side.
You've been saying your name a lot all week.
Yeah, because he want to say the fight. They don't talk about me.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? In the past, you told me no.
If the money is right,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighting.
If you want to say 160 or 175. Big fight, September 14th. Watch it on ppv.com. Canelo Alvarez going for more history.
Thank you.
Good picture right there.
Canelo, Johnny Boy Boxing. Amen. Now what he's doing now. Canelo, Johnny Boy Boxing, fight hype. I just want to ask you, what do you think about Terence Crawford? What do we think about Terence Crawford's performance, and do you want to get a fight with him?
If the money is right, I mean...
$100 million? I heard Turkey offered you a big money already.
150.
150?
In response, Crawford addressed the doubts surrounding his move up in weight. He reminded critics that while Canelo moved up and suffered a loss, he himself moved up and won, proving he can rise to the occasion. Confident in his ability to handle bigger opponents, Crawford insists that the weight jump won't define him, and he's determined to silence the skeptics.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Two-division world champion Andre Ward remains steadfast in his belief that Canelo cannot beat Crawford. He's so confident, he says he'd bet the house on Crawford even at 168 pounds. While acknowledging the size disadvantage, Ward argues that Crawford's unmatched ring IQ, determination, and mental toughness make him the superior fighter. Someone's going to have to prove they can break Terence Crawford's will, Ward declared. Even after Crawford's tougher tests at 154, Ward is unwavering in his support.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
For Crawford, this fight represents the biggest moment of his career, possibly the most significant boxing event in the past 20 years. He recognizes Canelo as the face of the sport and is proud of how far they've both come. Crawford emphasizes that this isn't about money, it's about legacy. If successful, he'll become the first fighter to be undisputed in 3 divisions during the 4-belt era. With laser focus and undeniable ambition, Crawford sees this as his opportunity to etch his name among boxing's all-time greats.
With Terence Crawford, what do you make of Canelo versus Skull?
Canelo did what he had to do to get the victory.
What do you want next? It seems like that's going to be the fight. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight in boxing.
Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there. So that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great.
How do you beat him?
You'll see. Come 12.
Everyone's talking about the weight differences. What's your kind of response to that, Terence?
That's why we fight the fight. So September 12th, we all going to see if the weight going to make a difference or not.
Do you want to fight him twice and then retire? Is that kind of the ideal thing?
One fight at a time. One fight at a time.
What did you make of, I know you didn't say much on tonight, the effectiveness of William Skull? He came to go to decision as opposed to win the fight. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. He was boxing well, and then he just stopped doing what he was doing earlier. I don't know. I can't call it.
Do you think Canelo's stiff as a fighter?
No, I don't. I just think that, William was doing a good job neutralizing Canelo power punches. He was just moving a lot.
Do you think that's a style you have to employ in points of the fight?
I don't know, because if you watch the styles that beat him, they didn't move a lot. They moved a little bit, but not as much as William Skull.
There's a rumor going around this week that Manny Pacquiao is going to return. What do you make of that?
I don't know. We shall see. I don't know.
You think he's too old at 46 to fight Barrios?
I can't say if he's too old or not. If he get in there and win, then everybody will be saying different. So I don't put no limit on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao.
Where does a win against Canelo Alvarez put you in the list of all-time greats?
Top of the top, baby. Come on now. Be myself. Be myself. Okay, that's it.
So, who do you think comes out on top? Will it be Canelo's power or Crawford's ring IQ? The answer could define an era.